YouTube. So this is in for a pickup change. This is a Gibson SG 2016 model. I do like the way it just says 2016 model on the back of the headstock of these. It's just like, there you go, it's a 2016 model, because it says it on it. You don't have to sit there and go, oh, it starts with a 6 with an S at the start, and it's like, it just is what it is. Yeah, so I think I don't even know what this one's called. Is it a special? Mine's a special, but like a 90s one, so it's got like the plasticky, you know, the poly coating. This has got the thin skin sort of finish, you know, where you can see the grain through it, so it's kind of more stained rather than coated, which according to my pal Scott is like, oh, lets it breathe and all that. Maybe it does, don't know. So I'm basically just going to test this out, make sure it's all working before I swap the pickups, and then discover that the pickups don't work, and it's because there was something wrong with one of the pots or something beforehand. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Basically, it's an excuse to try out a 2016. So this doesn't have the stupidly wide neck that I don't like. I can't remember which one it was. It was an SG Standard I had a shot of before. My pal Dava had one, and it had a bound neck, and it's almost like if they started off with this exact fingerboard, right, and then they put the binding on the outside, so the neck became, you know, a couple of millimeters wider on each side, and then they kept the nut the same. So, which meant on that guitar that the E string was miles away from the edge of the fingerboard, which felt really weird. You know, so if you're going to make the neck wider, make the strings further apart so that they're kind of near the edge of the fret edges on it. Actually, are not very good. I would say not. They're a little bit scratchy. I'm not going to do the run my wrist up and down it mode. Not bad, but not to my standards. So there we go. First pickup. These might be very much the same pickups that are in mine. Actually, the neck pickup on mine, my favourite neck pickup I think of all guitars. This seems to have it. Well, it won't have it for very much longer. I'll stick on that. Oh, I decided that was too slow. Pickups. Bit of a mistake in the backing track, I'll just ignore it. First pickup. Enjoy your US Dream bit of distortion. That skip and the drum beat really doing my head in. actually, I have a feeling my pal Scott, is his guitar maybe exactly the same as this? I can't remember what year his is, but it's very similar. Yeah, so, oh, we're probably checking if it's working. I'm pretty sure it will be. Well, I'm actually quite pleased to check that because I don't think that tone control's working. Is it? If it's doing something, it's doing very little. What's about with the bridge one? Bridge one's working, you can hear it going wah. Whereas the neck one. Okay, it is working. That wasn't working a minute ago. Am I going mental? Am I going to have to look back at this video and realise I was turning the wrong knob or something? Okay, forget that. Can't go wrong with a Gibson SG. I still think the SG is the best looking guitar out of pretty much all of them. Out of all the classics, anyway. But then I'm a bit of a Tony Iommi fan, bit of a Angus Young, George Harrison, Robbie Krieger. Everybody seems to have used SGs at some point. So, and it's going to be getting P90 size, humbucker sized P90s. I can't remember what make it says. They are a Murky Horizon P90s by algeree. So they look kind of what I was expecting. Yeah, so hopefully these are going to fit in nice and easily. And it's like, let's be honest, I wouldn't mind a P90 SG. Actually, I fitted, I don't think they're as expensive as that. In my Epiphone SG, I put a similar idea. They were called Fat Cats. It's built with a PH80. I don't even know who made them, but they made a big difference to that guitar. So, P90 SG, yes please. I'll see you in the second half of this video after I've wired it. Just a quick insert here. Talking about the neck, the bridge, the neck tone control didn't seem to be working. See if you look here, I can't zoom in any further than that. See this cap, the tone cap. I reckon what was happening there was this was just touching the back of the pot, which was basically shorting out the tone cap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off and put a wee bit of tubing on there just to stop that happening. So I think that was why the tone control when I was doing the video wasn't working, and then it was working. So I think maybe it was kind of sitting touching it, and then I just happened to move it. You know, it's kind of, because it's alright. This end of the cap has to go to earth. You can see it in the other ones, but this end has to go to the volume pot. If it goes to there, if it goes to earth, it will just bypass it. So that's why that was. Just going to show you some of the routing in here. Nicely done. This is what I expected. My Japanese guitars, the routing looks like this. It doesn't often look like this in modern guitars. Bits of foam in here. I don't know if they're just got a toilet in there as well. You can see how the neck is tenoned in. Yeah, so the pickups that were in it were a 490R and a 490T, which I think might actually be the ones that are in my SG. And here's are the new pickups. They are, what did I say it was? Algeree, nicely written on it for neck and bridge. See, these have the braided wires, so I may be putting some tubing on them when they're in the cavity, just so they don't short anything out. Yeah, something written there. Don't know if these bits of foam are originally there. Let's say SGSC, looks like. Special, SG Special C. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so now, just to fix that, all I did was I took that off and put about bit of rubber tubing on it, so now if it does touch the back of the pot, it doesn't short it out. Simple. So the wires are in. I put a bit of tape on the neck pickup, just so I knew what I was doing. Where's my thing, mate? Right, as I was saying, these the problem with these switches is, see if that, with these braided cables, see if that lays across there, that's just shorting out the whole guitar. So the way this is working, what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke both of these round behind this this earth wire here. It doesn't matter if they touch that earth wire because it's earth anyway. So I figure if I can pull these through here, it should keep them a bit more kind of out the way, less likely to touch that. I think I will put some tubing on that anyway, just to be doubly sure. The reason I wanted to show you in here what I was going to do is what you do with braided things. I've got my special tool, which I can't actually find just now. Just a second. It's this, which is an old dart. So what you want to do is see if you kind of, I hope you can see this, if you can pick away at this, right? You can kind of, and you unravel it around the outside. Just work your way around Yep, you get the idea. If you do that, it means you can get this off and you can get a good bit to solder onto, like so. That's going to be fine, that's just going to there. Yeah, so I'm just going to pick this off a little bit more. You know, so I'm doing some kind of undoing the, what's the word for that? The weave. Undoing the weave a bit. And then you drag it all off to one side, just to get it nice and neat. You can just see, and then that gives me a good anchor point to put solder onto that, and then that just goes on to this kind of like, just like that, and I'll try and keep it out the way so that, yeah, okay. I was doing on my head work, so here is obviously, if you notice in the last bit, I got these two mixed up. So as I said, this, I put the tape on the neck pickup, so it goes into this one, not this one, like I said in the last bit of the video. So I put this wee bit of black heat shrink tubing on it, just in case it interferes with this, because see how that's actually touching the tone pot there, that would cancel that out. So there it is, connected on, just onto the original point, and then onto the lug 1, 2, 3 on the volume pot. So this one is a little bit longer. I think I'll probably just put tubing on it and then just bend it back over like that to go in there. Easy peasy. This is a good bit of wire. See this this piece of wire here, the earth wire. Because it's kind of rigid, you can kind of use that to squish the. Well, obviously, it's if anything, it's helping the earth, but it's also holding those cables out the way. Nice. Yeah, so job done. I've made the neck pickup wire run around here, so I put some tubing on it just so it didn't interfere with this. I noticed that these are actually tone caps, not just a cap, so I don't really know what difference they make. A little bit of mumbo jumbo maybe in that, because it's a tone cap, not just a .22 cap. Maybe. Yeah, so I've kind of tried to keep it so any chance of the braided wire, I'm not a big fan of the braided wire. I know it's vintage correct. Any chances of it touching and shorting anything out is gone. It's not there. That's alright. That's alright. Yep. Okay, so I'll now put the guitar back together again. And I'm back. So here we go. We've now got P90s in it, in the guitar. Hopefully I took some videos with a GoPro. Hopefully some of them squeezed in. But, so there we go. So new strings on it as well. So not really a truly fair comparison. The strings that were on the guitar weren't that bad, but I figured seeing this, the thing about this model of SG the Special is you have to take the bridge off to get at the scratch plate to get the pickups out. which means the setup might not be exactly the same. I can't actually remember. I've just kind of set it up to where I want it. So there might be some adjustments still to be done in there, and it's also got new strings. So now it's sounding like this. So we've got... I'd actually say it might even be louder than it was before. Neck pickup. Both pickups. I do like P90s. Of course, Pete Townshend's guitar had P90s in it, so did Tony Iommi's, so did Mike Oldfield's SGs. So P90s, a valid thing. I think I've had people complaining before about. I think if you use too much gain, you can get quite a lot of feedbacky type stuff going on. So they're they're not humbucking. They're but I mean, for me, they sound fantastic. So I've changed the drum pattern to something I think it might fit a bit better. There was something wrong with that last one. I missed that one. Try not to bend the string because these are just new on. Here's my most Sabbathy pedal. Tone now working. strings gone. I'm not sure I've got the pickups at the right height. It's kind of weird. When you're playing it along on the backing track like that, the bridge pickup seems louder, but when you're playing, as I said, these are strings have not been stretched in yet. The neck pickup seems louder when you're clean. Then when you're... See what I mean? When I first put the pickups in, I hadn't adjusted the heights to them yet. So the neck pickup was much louder than the bridge pickup, almost to the point of thinking, oh, is there something wrong with the bridge pickup? But it's it seems to be just depends how it cuts through the mix. Mind you, you've got a volume control for each pickup, so you can do it the other way around if you're finding, just now, like I would say, neck pickup much louder, so you can turn it down a little bit for a better mix. And then the other way around, when you've got the Searing Sabbath tone on. Maybe not, maybe not. So in all honesty, yes, I can't. Well, no, I'm not thinking of putting P90s in my SG, but I am maybe along the lines of maybe thinking of trying to pick up one of these. Another SG. There was a time when SGs were quite cheap, like maybe even just 2 or 3 years ago. You could pick up this kind of, like an SG Special for sort of 400 quid ish. You very rarely saw them below 400 quid. Sort of £400 for one with gouges in it and something wrong with it, or 450, 500 for a nice one. Now they're twice that. I don't really know what's happened. I guess if you bought an SG a couple of years ago, you did well. Like a used one, they just seem to have rocketed in price. I don't know what the reasons for that are. Anyhow, rock on.